Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Montana State University Billings' 89th Annual Commencement Ceremony. Please rise for the presentation of colors by students from the MSU Billings Army ROTC, Cadet Dylan Steiger, Robert Pritchett, Sam Winninger, and Colton Fowler. Today's procession begins with the Grand Marshal, Gary Amundsen, and the Emeritus faculty. The Faculty Marshal, St. John Robinson, followed by faculty, administrators, and the platform party. The class of 2016 is led by Senior Marshal Rachel McKinney and Beaudry Matongmo. Ladies and gentlemen, the City College at Montana State University Billings, under the leadership of Dean Clifford Coppersmith. The College of Arts and Science, under the leadership of Dean Christine Shearer. The College of Education under leadership of Dean Mary Susan Fishbaugh. Excuse me, that was the College of Business under leadership of Dean Barbara Wheeling. The College of Allied Health Professions under the leadership of Dean Diane Doohan. And now the College of Education under leadership of Dean Mary Susan Fishbaugh. The candidates for master's degree under the leadership of Graduate Studies Committee Chairperson Cheryl Young-Pelton. Faculty and administrators, please proceed to your seats. And finally, our platform party. Please remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
While you're all standing, first of all, let me thank our duet, Jason Webster and Caitlin Meyer. Thank you very much. Beautiful music. I'd also like you all to join me in thanking our color guard, who are members of the Montana State University Billings ROTC program. While we're all standing, I ask that we take a moment to honor our men and women who have given their lives or have been wounded while serving our country, and all who have served their country in the armed forces. We ask for a speedy and safe return of those who remain in harm's way. Please join me now in a moment of silence as we honor these men and women and consider their service in protecting our freedom. Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome to the 89th commencement of Montana State University Billings. I'm Mark Nook, the Chancellor of Montana State University Billings. In 1927, Eastern Montana Normal School admitted over 150 students to their very first class. This year, we enrolled a little over 4,500 students. And today, we are awarding 14 certificates, 267 associate degrees, 551 baccalaureate degrees, 126 master's degrees, for a total of 958 graduates in the class of 2016. A couple of notes about this class. In this class, we have 4 students who will graduate today with baccalaureate or associate's degree, and sometime in the next 2 weeks, complete their high school diplomas. They have been members of our University Connections program, taking both high school and college classes as full-time students on our campus. Most of them are 17 or 18 years old. Congratulations to them. I know of one student graduating today who's a little older than average, and during this past year, he commuted from St. Xavier, round trip about 200 miles a day to complete his education. It's the commitment that many of our students, the type of commitment that many of our students make to their education and reaching their goals. Congratulations. I want to give a special welcome to one student in particular. It's always hard when families have 2 students graduating from 2 different universities on the same day. We have one student who will be joining us today who really ought to be graduating from Montana State University Northern, but his sister's graduating here, and so they made the right choice and showed up here today. Congratulations. Our graduates come from 5 colleges here at the university: the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Education, the College of Business, the College of Allied Health, and City College. To those of you who graduate today, my warmest congratulations. To all the parents, spouses, children, relatives, aunts and uncles, friends of our graduates, thank you from all of us at the university for your support for these graduates and for your commitment to helping them reach their educational and professional goals. We truly appreciate it. Thank you. An event like this doesn't happen without a lot of people working behind the scenes, and this year it has been especially challenging for us. Kind of unexpectedly, yesterday there was a rather large event here, Senator Conrad Burns' funeral, and it meant getting the turnover done just a little bit more challenging. But as you can see, it's all come off perfectly. But I do want to take time to thank those people who really made it happen. Miss Heather Eggum, Miss Marilyn Warren, Dr. Cheryl Johannes, Mr. Aaron Klinging-Smith, Mr. Jason McGimsey, Joy Ott, Debbie Brown, the staff of the Admissions and Records Office, the staff of Jackets and Company, our campus store, Facility Services, the staff of Information Technology, University Police, the staff in the Chancellor's Office, and the commencement committee members. Please, let's thank them for their work. I also want to give a special shout out and thank you to Bill Dutcher and his staff here at Metro Park who worked so hard in setting this place up and helping us with that transition and arranging the decorating and everything that you see for your enjoyment today. I also want to thank our commissioners, Bill Kennedy, John Ostland, and Jim Reno. Special shout out though to Bill. I knew that when we heard that there might be a little bit of a pinch, that this wasn't going to really be a problem because I know Bill personally, and his commitment to making things happen and his ability to make them happen are great. Besides that, his daughter is graduating today, so it was going to happen. Thank you, Bill, and the staff at the Commissioner's Office. Dr. Robert Hoare is Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. As Provost, Bob is the Chief Academic Officer here at the university. Please welcome him as he introduces the platform party.
Today, we gather for one of the oldest secular ceremonies in Western civilization, the conferring of academic degrees as a symbol of intellectual attainment. The robes we wear today link us with its medieval past and remind us of the importance of higher education. The university has faculty and staff with degrees from around the world as represented by the variety of colors displayed on the academic hoods. Joining us in these ceremonies, it is always a pleasure to have on our platform as our distinguished guests, representatives of state and educational institutions. This morning, it is my pleasure to introduce the platform party. Please hold your applause until they have all been introduced. I would like the individuals, as they are introduced, to stand. Ms. Sarah Brockle, Director of Alumni Relations. Ms. Mary Susan Fishbaugh, Dean of the College of Education. Dr. Barbara Wheeling, Dean of the College of Business. Dr. Christine Shearer, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Diane Doohan, Dean of the College of Allied Health Professions and Director of Graduate Studies. Dr. Clifford Coppersmith, the Dean of City College. Dr. Sherry Johannes, Director of Admissions and Registrar. Mr. Aaron Klinging-Smith, the Director of the University Relations and Reader of Names. Ms. Sonia Chiriki, our Student Body President. Dr. Joe Oravec, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Mr. Russell Nemetz, the guest speaker for today's ceremony. You've already met Chancellor Mark Nook. Dr. John Seck, Deputy Commissioner in the Office of the Commissioner of Higher Education. Ms. Terry Iverson, the Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance. Ms. Bobby Anner Hughes, MSU Foundation Chair. Please join me in recognizing this year's distinguished platform party with a round of applause. I would now like to call upon Ms. Sonia Chiriki, your MSU Billings Associated Students President.
My last short joke. Good morning and welcome. I would like to take this opportunity to thank MSUB administration, faculty, and staff joining us here today. And most importantly, I would like to thank all of the friends, family, and students who are here to celebrate. As I stand before you today, I can't help but think about how difficult my job is to offer thoughts on an experience that has meant so many different things to us. My job is to get up here to talk just for a little bit while attempting to reach each and every one of you. That can be quite the daunting task if you ask me, because while I do know many of you, we're all so very different. Some of us have lived in the residence halls, and some of us have moved off campus. Some of us have perfect classroom attendance, and some of us do not. Some of us have come from rich families, some from poor. Some of us are starting a collegiate legacy, while some of us are carrying on the collegiate success from our families. Many of us share at least one of the following distinctions: that we are American, Korean, German, Hawaiian, Saudi Arabian, Japanese, Chinese, gay, straight, traditional age, non-traditional, or honor student. Now, you can kind of see the difficulty that I have in my final remarks to the class of 2016. So I toiled with the question, what is our common ground? What is it that brings us all here today? So be honest when you answer this question. How many of you are graduating? Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, our common ground. It honestly took me a while to realize that no matter how different we all are, we get to share this wonderful day together. And today marks a great day in our lives, a momentous occasion that calls for celebration. But if you think that my speech is going to relive the typical graduation speech that talks about top ramen, late nights in the library, excuse me, Temple of Knowledge, and fourth meal runs to Taco Bell, you're wrong, because our experience is deeper than that. While we did enjoy those moments, think today about everything you have endured with your time at MSU Billings. We leave here moving forward with our lives with memories, mistakes, lessons learned, and thankfully, a degree. Even more than those experiences, ponder for a moment the impact that we have had on each other. For me, I am thankful for the opportunity to create lifelong friendships and get a lifetime of support from many here today. For example, whether it was getting help with math or getting deep in thought with positivity of friends like Boji Matamo, it will forever be instilled to my day-to-day. On our best days and our worst, each one of you have been faced with a decision that have affected your future. But what will tomorrow bring? For some of us, we will continue our pursuit for higher education, working towards a master's degree or a doctoral degree. For many, we will finally get that job we have been working towards. And yet, for some, we will take that job that we have not been looking for in an effort to grasp the real world we are finally entering. I know that personally, I'm quite frightened not knowing what my future might hold. But I can always look back at those who have supported me through this journey. My grandfather would ask me when I was worrying about something, "Did you do your best?" And I would always tell him, "Of course I did." He'd respond with, "Then it will all work out. Why worry?" Then follow up with, "Now get back to work." No matter what your path, however, Monday morning will be made more sweet with the fact that we can sleep in after all of our hard work. A college degree is not something that should be taken lightly, graduates. Today marks a truly inspirational and motivating time in your life. While getting to this point is impressive, how will you use your knowledge and where will you go from here, knowing that your decisions will continue to define your character, goals, and future? As you leave here today, triumphant in this great moment, ask the question, what will my next greatest feat be? How will you use your experience, personality, and skills to break through the next barrier? This group that I look at before me, my peers, my friends, my family, we are the future, and our actions will define that future for the entire world we live in. I challenge each of you to think about how you will become a catalyst for change in our society using the knowledge that has brought us here today. It doesn't matter what happens in the end, because everything will work out okay or better. It will not happen without your ability, though, to make the most of the world around you. So my point is this: we have found our common ground, beyond all of our differences. Decisions are made by those who show up, and those decisions affect your future and those around you. You have shown up today to choose your path, knowing that you are affecting more than yourself. Class of 2016, today you sit amongst greatness. You are among a small group that has completed their journey through higher education. When you think that it can't get any better in your life, remember what it took to get here today. Remember that you can push yourself to be better and do more each day. So good luck to each and every one of you. Take care, and thank you for the chance to serve you and the opportunity to be educated alongside you. And I told myself I wouldn't use this cliche, but I'm going to. Class is officially dismissed.
Thank you, Sonia. It is now my pleasure to invite Deputy Commissioner Seck, who will deliver greetings on behalf of the Board of Regents.
Thank you. Sonia, thank you for your wonderful comments. Chancellor Nook, members of the Platform Party, faculty, staff, parents, family members, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2016. It's my sincere pleasure, on behalf of the Board of Regents, Commissioner of Higher Education, Clayton Christian, to provide you with a warm and heartfelt welcome and congratulations. This is a great day. Montana State University Billings is a very special place with amazing faculty and staff who are dedicated to ensuring its students are successful. The faculty and staff from MSUB's 5 colleges, as well as everyone working within the university administration, are devoted to ensuring the students are fully engaged in a truly meaningful and challenging academic experience. This year's class of 958 students include 126 master's level students, representing a culmination of thousands of hours of effort, tireless night, and weekends of work. I would like to provide a shout out to MSUB for its work in reaching out to the high school students across the region. As the Chancellor mentioned, today the university has 4 high school students who will be earning post-secondary credentials, 2 with baccalaureate credentials. These students will be earning these degrees and credentials a couple of weeks before they earn their high school diploma. I would like to ask those 4 students to please rise, and I would like to ask the crowd to give them a roaring round of applause. Thank you, students. As an alumnus of this great institution, I would like to leave each of you with a challenge. Continue your engagement with MSU Billings. Join the Alumni Association. Be an ambassador to this university and your college. Be a leader in your community and within your sphere of influence. Join a service club. Volunteer in your community, or even consider running for elected office. Set an example in everything you do, and be proud to say you're a graduate of Montana State University Billings. And in addition to being a good alumnus, donate to the university. Don't forget about the MSU Billings Foundation. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Board of Regents, Commissioner, and Montana State University President Waded Cruzado to personally thank Chancellor Nook and the faculty and staff of MSU Billings. These individuals work tirelessly to help support the goals and dreams of all students at the university. Graduates, congratulations to each of you for your hard work. Treasure this day and begin thinking about your next step in a lifetime of learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Seck. I would now like to call upon Ms. Sarah Brockle, the Director of Alumni Relations.
So each year when I look at the program and I see that alumnus Dr. John Seck is joining us, my speech gets a little bit shorter because I know that he's going to take most of my speech and invite you to join the Alumni Association. So I just have a few words for you today. I just want to remind you that your involvement in the MSU Billings campus community doesn't end at graduation. You are transitioning from students to alumni, but you're yellow jackets forever. Upon completion of your program of study, you're automatically inducted into the MSUB Alumni Association. There's no paperwork and there's no dues. We just asked you to keep in touch so we can celebrate your accomplishments with you and let you know what's happening at your university. Today we're honored to have alumnus John Seck and alumnus Russell Nemetz with us. I would encourage you to listen closely to the message Russell has for you today. He has accomplished many things since graduating from MSU Billings and is truly one of our outstanding alumni. I'd like to thank you in advance for the great things you're going to accomplish, and I'd like to take this opportunity to invite everyone here today to join me and welcome you to the Alumni Association.
Thank you, Sarah, John, and Sonia. It's my privilege to introduce our guest speaker today, Russell Nemetz. Russell is someone that many of the people here today have been listening to much longer than they've been listening to faculty at our college. Russell is an award-winning National Association of Farm Broadcasters broadcaster. He takes great pride in being one of agriculture's biggest advocates. Telling agriculture's story is what Russell just does best. Raised along the Milk River near Chinook, Montana, production agriculture has always been a part of his life. His family continues to run a cow-calf production operation near Chinook. Russell earned his bachelor's degree in communication from MSU Billings and was honored as an outstanding alumni in 2015. As a member of the Northern Ag Network Farm Broadcasting Team, his radio broadcasts are heard across Montana, Wyoming, and North and South Dakota. His television broadcasts are seen statewide on CBS affiliates in Montana and NBC affiliates in Wyoming. Russell also makes regular appearances on national television broadcasts such as Cattleman to Cattleman and This Week in Agribusiness. Russell resides with his family here in Billings. Thank you, Russell, for your willingness to address our graduates and students today.
Well, thank you, Chancellor Nook, for those very warm remarks and that very warm introduction. And what a treat it is to be here and get to celebrate the commencement here at Montana State University Billings 2016. And I can't think of a better place to be on a Saturday morning. It's beautiful outside, and we kind of have a lot to be thankful for. I know my radio and television teammate, Ed McIntosh, is in the crowd somewhere, and of course he's a meteorologist on radio and TV, and his daughter Molly is actually out there with you as part of this year's graduating class. So we can put our hands together and give Ed McIntosh a big round of applause for, the beautiful weather out there. The KTVQ weather team likes to call the forecast out there the Goldilocks forecast. And if you can, step aside from the smoke that's coming out of northern Alberta and those terrible wildfires up there, it's the perfect forecast out there. They like to call it the Goldilocks forecast because it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right. And before I go too much further, I can already look out there, especially the graduating class and some of you in the audience that are looking at me saying, that's what he looks like. Thought he'd be a little bit taller. Well, you're stuck with me But indeed, it's a dream to be part of this commencement. I never thought I'd be asked to be the commencement speaker here at MSU Billings, but it's a treat, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. And, you know, for me, for doing this for some 20 years now on radio and television, I also love the opportunity to speak to live audiences and have the chance to step away from the radio and television microphone, and because I have a little bit more freedom of what I get to say and not have to worry about losing my job because of the federal communications folks in Washington, D.C. But I promise, it's going to be good. We're going to cover a lot of ground. We're going to talk about some important things. And, you know, I thought Sarah might have mentioned it, but for her and I, this is kind of our graduation too, because you see, when we graduated some 20 years ago, give or take a year or two for both of us, we were in such a hurry to get out of the institution, not because we didn't have fun or love it, but we were in such a hurry to get into our careers that both of us chose not to go through this ceremony. So, for her and I, we're going through graduation too. We got to wear the cap and gown, we got to put the hat on, we got the tassel, albeit ours is on the left side because, yeah, we did graduate. I mean, a lot of folks out there, especially the faculty, are like, we don't know how he did it, but he did get through graduation. And also, let me just tell you, you don't have to worry about me going on forever and ever, because I also am smart enough to realize I've done a lot of these in 20 years that I'm one of the few things right now standing between you and a lot of good graduation parties out there, a lot of good barbecues, which I hope has a few beef items on there. And, you know, I mean, one of those new comfort foods that we talk a lot about on television, bacon. Make sure your barbecue has lots of beef and bacon, but in all truthfulness, just have fun out there. Enjoy today. Celebrate the successes. Celebrate the fact that you have so many friends and family with you here to take part in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And my goodness, if you don't have, you know, a lot of energy, and if you can't feel that right now inside this arena, please check your pulse, because, I mean, these kids are excited. They're excited to graduate. We've got folks here from Cameroon, Africa, for crying out loud, taking part in the commencement this year. So my goodness, it's a fun day for sure. But moving forward, in the short amount of time that I want to cover, I want to tell you a little bit about my experience at Montana State University Billings, and then talk about chasing your dreams but staying true to yourself. And that's basically my message today for the graduating class of 2016. First of all, though, my experience at Montana State University Billings can be summed up in one word: awesome. I'd also be remiss if I didn't tell you that live audiences get to learn a little bit more about me than those on radio and television. And for a lot of people, you may not realize that MSU Billings was actually my second go at college. The first go, I wasn't ready. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, and so I ended up going back to my family's ranch in Chinook and just kind of taking a little bit of time to mature. And it finally dawned on me what I wanted to do, and that's when I decided to come back to Billings, enroll at Montana State University Billings, and pursue a degree in communications. And I have to tell you, I mean, coming from a rural community, having grown up on a farm and ranch, and coming back to college in Montana's largest city was a little bit nerve-wracking. I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure how I was going to be accepted, because I was one of the few, as you might expect, that was running around campus in a pair of cowboy boots. But I will tell you, and I'm very proud to say, that from day one, I was welcomed wholeheartedly by both instructors and my fellow students. And I consider my time at Montana State University Billings one of the greatest times in my life, and I certainly wouldn't change any of it for anyone or for anything. And I just can't say enough good things about all the wonderful courses and instructors here at MSUB. And as you guys know, as the graduating class, these men and women generally and genuinely care about your success, and really, the smaller class sizes give them the opportunity to have real interaction, and it provides you guys the atmosphere to have access to them that isn't always offered at larger universities, where sometimes, unfortunately, you become just a face in a big lecture hall like this one. But in my case, I had some good times at MSUB, especially some great times within the communications department, and I want to thank everyone who helped me in my career in the media. And even though it wasn't specifically an agricultural communications department, I learned so much, and I have so much to be grateful for. Words cannot describe it in the time allotted this morning. From those interpersonal communication classes with Kirk Lacey, to public speaking with Dan Gross, to acting and theater classes with Mace Archer, these are just a few examples of classes that helped me be able to do what I'm doing today and lose the fear of speaking to several thousand people like you. I mean, when you throw a kid from Chinook, Montana into an acting class or a theater class with Mace Archer, and one of the very first things you're told to do is act like Hannibal Lecter out of one of those Hollywood movies, you soon forget about being scared about talking to several thousand people during a commencement address, 20 years later. So I'm very thankful for those acting and theater classes. But I do have to let you guys in on a little secret. Wasn't 100% successful in all my classes at MSU Billings, despite the endless efforts of that one particular professor and that one particular class. And again, I'm a firm believer in karma, okay? I mean, karma is karma, and I tell you, and I know he's retired now, but Professor Ted Jensen with the Spanish class at MSU Billings deserves all the awards in the world for trying to get me through his Spanish classes. I don't know what the deal was. It just wouldn't take. And I look back now, I still struggle with the English language, for crying out loud. How was I ever going to, really grasp Spanish? Had I known, though, that 20-some years later, I would have been invited on several trade missions with agricultural groups from this organization and agricultural groups from that organization into Latin America, where, Spanish is kind of important down there. And we're negotiating multi-billion-dollar trade deals that involve Montana beef and Montana wheat and barley. I'm thinking, I kind of wish I would have paid a little bit closer attention in Dr. Jensen's Spanish class so I don't look like that dog at home when you're talking to him, trying to figure out what each of us are saying. But we did make it through, and again, I'm very honored to have a communications degree from Montana State University. So, as you folks get ready to embark on your professional career, I'd just like to take a few minutes and pass along a few tips that have helped me, and I think that will help you find a little bit of success in regardless of what your field is. And really, a lot of what I have to say this morning is just pure common sense, but given everything in society today, there seems to be a lack of common sense out there, but I was very lucky and very privileged and very honored to grow up in rural America in that little town up there along Montana's High Line, along the beautiful and scenic Milk River, where, things like values and hard work and common sense were taught to me very early on from my parents and my grandparents. And really, that leads me right into my first tip. And that my first piece of advice is something my parents told me right away, and that's finding something you like to do. Seems pretty easy, right? But that is so important. And obviously, whatever your degree is in, it's something you're interested in, so that's good. You're off to a great start. But please, please, please do not choose a career if you can't give it your 100%, or as my parents told me, you're going to be miserable and unhappy in your career. So find something you like to do. Another tip that I take very seriously and I pass along to different groups of all ages whenever I get a chance is realize you're not entitled to anything. Entitlement isn't something you're born with. This was also taught to me at a very early age, especially growing up on a ranch, as was having a strong work ethic and realizing that if someone wants to be successful, there isn't a guaranteed 8 to 5 work schedule out there every single day. You ladies and gentlemen need to roll up your sleeves, stay till the job gets done, and try to do it right the first time and earn that success, and don't think that it is entitled to you. Because I can speak to you from experience. No employer likes or will tolerate this idea of entitlement in today's business world, nor will we tolerate laziness. Another very important tip: maintain a great attitude. I firmly believe that if you have a great attitude, you can accomplish anything and be successful at it. I will even go as far as saying that even in a year or two, if you decide that what I just mentioned, your current career, isn't exactly what you thought it might be, if you have a great attitude and your employers recognize that, and you have the ability and you have the want, if you have that great attitude, you will succeed in a different area, because that's just how it is. Sometimes you might be at the right company, but you just might not be in the right position. And that great attitude and having that glass is always half full attitude will get you a long ways in life and a long ways in your career, as you will soon become a bigger asset to the company versus the exact opposite. And truly, successful people want to hang out with other successful people who also see that glass as half full and not half empty. Please have humility. Please remember, for goodness sakes, you're just out of college. And even if you've convinced yourself, reality is you don't know everything yet. You just don't. So please have humility. Confidence is one thing, but taking it to that next level of arrogance is another. And employers, customers, clients, and certainly a host of others will pick up on that right away. So I please ask you all to be humble as you leave here today with your diploma. Learn to accept constructive criticism from other leaders and always strive to become better. And I have a great example of this, humility and being humble. I've been doing this for 20-some years now, and we obviously have some fresh faces come and go in our business. And the ones that come up to folks like me and the Ed McIntoshes, the Jay Cohns of the world, the Taylor Browns of the world, and ask how we can do this right, how can we get better, how can we become like you, are the ones that earn our respect. The ones that jump into it with the I know everything attitude and have the arrogance and the ego right from the get-go, leave us like scratching our heads. Because we're like, what's up with the ego? You're brand new to this radio station. You're brand new to this television station. For goodness sakes, your signal, your voice, your face doesn't even get out of the city limits, for crying out loud. You don't have any reason to be arrogant right now. So just be humble. Accept that you're new and always be willing to learn. Be prepared. That's another important point of being successful in your careers. Don't be that person that always shows up and contributes nothing. You're not an asset at all when you're that guy or you're that gal. You're actually a detriment. And I remember 20 years ago when I decided to come back here and enroll at MSU Billings, and I decided I was going to pursue a communications degree because I wanted to be like Conrad Burns. I wanted to be like Taylor Brown. I wanted to be on radio and television and deliver the farm and ranch news and agricultural markets that America's most essential industry needs. I had never done it, though. But when I made that commitment to myself to invest the money, to invest the time, to invest the energy, I called down here and I talked with the Taylor Browns of the world, the Rick Hayneses, and the John Lockheys, another alumnus from this fine establishment. And I asked them to, at that time, fax me some of the information that they would read on radio and television so that when I got ready to come down here and enroll, I would be ready. And so that's what I did that summer as I was bouncing around hayfields and swathers and putting up hay and doing this and that on the ranch. I was practicing reading the farm and ranch news, and I was practicing how to read cash cattle markets, and live cattle are up 50 cents at $148.50 today. Cash hogs in Omaha are up 50 cents. And by the way, the grain market's trading 2 to 3 cents higher, and that's great news for Montana's #1 industry. And when I was ready, and when I had that opportunity, I was ready. And it was kind of a freak event that actually threw me on radio. All the other guys had gone to our farm broadcasting convention in Kansas City, and all those guys down there had thought the other one was going to do the report when they called in. Nobody called in, and I was the guy here in Billings that was supposed to put them on the air. Well, when they forgot to call in, I was ready. I punched that microphone. I did my first farm report in 1996, and the rest is history. And my last piece of advice is I know we're in an on-demand society, and we have all this great technology at our fingertips. We have all that great technology on our smartphones, our tablets, our iPads. But for goodness sakes, please do not let that control your life. You need to be responsive. Yes, I get that. But you don't really need to be on demand 24/7. Instead of checking an email when you're out with lunch with your friends or family, or even this afternoon at those great graduation parties you're going to be at, put them away and enjoy the moment. Do not let them control you. I guess for one thing, I'm still old school, and it's just rude. It's just rude when you're out with somebody, you're out with your family, your grandparents, your friends. And you're trying to have a meaningful conversation. You might not have seen these folks forever, and you're over there doing whatever. Cell phoning it, selfies, tweeting, Facebooking, whatever. There'll be time in your day that you can do that. Because, spend time with the loved ones and your friends now, and as much of it as you can, well, they're still here. Don't waste this precious time, because in the long run, I guarantee it, you will regret it. So as we wrap things up, yesterday, we celebrated the life of former U.S. Senator Conrad Burns in this building. And for folks who don't know, Conrad was actually the founder of the very company I work for, the Northern Ag Network. And he founded that in 1975. And if there was one man, politics aside, doesn't matter what you believe in, if there was one man who didn't waste an opportunity, it was him. And I'm very thankful that he had the vision over 40 years ago to want to serve farmers and ranchers, and I'm still very honored to be part of his legacy today. Because that's what it's really about. Wanting to have a servant's heart and help others become better and help others become more successful. And as I said earlier, because if you do all of that and a few of those tips I've mentioned today, you too will have that honor and that feeling of success. You see, I never dreamed that a kid from Chinook, Montana, of all places, home of the Sugar Beaters, go Beaters, would ever have been given an awesome opportunity of a lifetime to do what I do, have fun doing it, and some of the places that it has taken me around the world, and talking about farm and ranch news and agricultural markets. But I wanted it. I set my mind to it. I worked damn hard at it. I prepared. I kept a great attitude. I've kept my humility. And I have never, ever forgotten those who have helped me along the way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I chased my dream but stayed true to myself. And I want to leave you with a quote from one of my all-time and favorite philosophers in this entire world, Jimmy Buffett. What else would you expect? Seriously. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, folks. So, congratulations and good luck to all of you, and may each of you find the success that's waiting for you in each and every one of your careers. God bless you, and thank you for letting me be part of your commencement, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Russ, for that great advice. I knew when we asked someone from Chinook, Montana to speak to us, we'd get a lot of great advice on common sense and things that really make a difference. I also noticed, Russ, I took a little gander around it. You're still the only guy in cowboy boots on the platform. But I'm a kid that grew up in a town called Holstein, so there's always beef on the grill, and it was in Iowa, so bacon's always in the fry pan. So come on over. And really, thank you very much for your words to these graduates. It means a lot to me, and I'm sure it meant a lot to them. Thanks very much. At this time, it's my pleasure to ask Dr. Hoare to present the faculty for emeriti rank.
Emeritus faculty designation is an honor granted to faculty members upon retirement in recognition of meritorious service to the university. The recommendation for emeritus faculty status is by nomination, a nomination initiated by one's peers and colleagues and approved by the university administration and the Montana University System Board of Regents. The title of emeritus is testimony to years of excellence in teaching and exemplary professional contributions through scholarship, creative endeavors, and service to the students and the academic programs of the university. This year, we honor 3 outstanding emeritus awardees. 2 of those members are in attendance today, and we would like to invite them to the stage. Professor Anton Tony Hasimovich, awarded Professor Emeritus of Educational Theory and Practice. Professor Jeffrey Sanders, awarded Professor Emeritus of Native American Studies.
Collectively, the 3 emeriti we have just honored, the 2 that were able to be with us, have 77 years of service to Montana State University Billings. Thank you for that service. In the 2 years that I've been here, I've gotten to know these 3 gentlemen very well, and they are all so incredibly dedicated to their students. They love their craft. They have practiced it well. They've remained extremely humble. One of them has made such a difference in the lives of the students that he works with in the Native American Studies program that he was adopted by one of the Crow families, the Charette family. Congratulations to all 3 of you. This time I'd like to ask all of our emeriti faculty to rise, please. We are joined by several of our emeriti faculty. Thank you very much for coming and helping us celebrate these graduates. Thank you. Your work over the years has really made it possible for us to maintain the reputation of MSUB, but more importantly, touch the lives of graduates like these sitting here today. Would all the faculty with us today please rise? Thank you very much for what you've done for these graduates and for this institution. Your dedication to professionalism, your dedication to the lives of these students, your love of your craft, your profession, really make a difference in all of the people sitting behind you and countless more who will walk through this ceremony in the coming years. Universities are founded really on the academic success and the prowess of their faculty. You design the curriculum, you create the curriculum, you deliver that curriculum. You help these students not only meet those educational goals, but they'll help them understand what their professional goals need to be and how to reach them. And as I've always said, more importantly, you're dedicated to helping them reach their personal life goals. The ability to be more than just workers and employees and employers, but to make a difference in the lives of the people around them and their communities. So thank you very much for your dedication to our students. Thank you. Would the members of our administrative staff please rise and be recognized? Yeah. Thank you. The members of the administrative and academic staff are often behind-the-scenes individuals that few know about except the director of our library. But they really are the ones that not only take care of business affairs and make sure financial aid goes out on time and students are admitted and registered, that bills are paid and collected, but they're also there helping advise students, and they're in the residence halls as students have encountered that first exam that didn't go well and need somebody to help them figure out what they do next, help them find an advisor, help them find the faculty member in that classroom, and be able to get to the point that they can be successful not only in that classroom and on our campus, but throughout life. So thank you to the administrative staff and everything you do to support these students and their families. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Russ and Sarah and others that are alumni out in the audience, anyone that's an alumni, would you please stand? Let us recognize you. Thank you, alums, for joining us, especially those that are faculty members and on the staff, but family and friends that are alums. I know you played an important role in getting some of these graduates here today. Your commitments to your community, to your family, live on the Yellow Jacket way of life. And so thank you for what you do in your communities, what you do in your families, what you do for our state. The way you live your lives is a reflection on this institution. So thank you for your contributions and your commitment to this institution. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. I also want to recognize all the families, friends. If you're a parent, a grandparent, a spouse, a child, an aunt, or an uncle, would you please rise and let these graduates say thank you. Family members. Thank you. Now, I know that family members get very excited about Yellow Jackets, and they really get into the spirit, buying T-shirts and other things of that sort. But there's one family that I really have to call out today for an incredible display of Yellow Jacket spirit. And they come to us all the way from Cameroon. With the Matamba family, please stand. Look at this beautiful yellow and blue Yellow Jacket dress. Thank you for joining us. It means a great deal to us, and I know it means a great deal to Baudry. I also want to ask Bobby Anner Hughes to rise with our foundation for just a moment. Any of you students that are sitting out there, or parents, alums, that have ever had a scholarship, it's through the donations of people, alums, people who care about this institution that have funded those scholarships. That money is given to the MSU Foundation. The foundation exists solely to support this university and our students. In a year's time, they give nearly $1.5 million in scholarships alone to this university. I want to thank the donors, and I want to thank Bobby Anner Hughes as the chair of the board for their support of this outstanding institution and the graduates that are here today. Thank you, Bobby. Well, I think I've recognized just about everybody I could possibly recognize, so it must be time to get on. Who wants to graduate? So at this time, I'll ask Robert Hoare to again come to the podium and recognize our graduates.
Thank you, Chancellor. We do now come to the most important part of our commencement, the recognition of our graduates. The deans will now present the candidates for degrees. Graduates, as your group or college is presented by your dean, please stand and remain standing for the conferring of the degrees. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Diane Doohan, the Director for Graduate Studies, who will present the candidates for graduate degrees.
Well, the candidates for the degrees: Master of Science in Athletic Training, or Master of Health Administration, or Master of Science in Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling, or Master of Science in Psychology, or Master of Science in Public Relations, or Master of Public Administration, or Master of Education, or Master of Science in Special Education, please rise. Chancellor Nook, these candidates have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the degrees: Master of Science in Athletic Training, or Master of Health Administration, or Master of Science in Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling, or Master of Science in Psychology, or Master of Science in Public Relations, or Master of Public Administration, or Master of Education, or Master of Science in Special Education. On behalf of the graduate faculty, I present them to you as fully qualified to receive their degree.
Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of Montana State University Billings, by the Board of Regents of the Montana University System of Higher Education, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science in Athletic Training, Master of Health Administration, Master of Science in Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling, Master of Science in Psychology, Master of Science in Public Relations, Master of Science in Public Administration, Masters of Education, or Masters of Science in Special Education, appropriate to your preparation with all rights, privileges, benefits, and responsibilities. Please come forward to receive your degrees.
Way to get that view, line of sight. Chantel Faye Bowman. Eric William Brostrom. Nicholas Joel Chabone. Mattia Michelle DePoe. Ashley Ann Hubing. Allison Eileen O'Leary. Cody Ralph Barnhart. Annette Marie Bond. Justin S. Duke. Cynthia Lois Grubb. Tesha Ann Holly. Micheline Marie Holsworth. Chelsea K. Okerman. Rachel Ann Payhut. Kelsey Ray Schramm. Mary Anita Young. Andrew Paul Zimlak. Linnell Crandall Amon. Jessica Ann Erickson. Alicia Marie Estevez. Catherine Everest. Cicely Morris. Aaron Don Rodriguez. Tiffany Heather Vanswipple. Daisy Maria Balada. Kenneth Shine Huvoman. Laura Ann Johnson. Shelby Joe House. Thomas Chamorro. Shauna Lee Dias. Jason Dale Hibbs. Margaret Joyce Long. Christina M. Whitlich. Amazud Ahmed. Danielle Dene Arnaud. Cheryl Lynn Coleman. Paul Dunsel Jr. Trina Ann Halama. April Cherie Hoyer. Dawn Lee Jensen. Rory Daniel Jetmore. Misha Ann Mixon. Tessa Rose Racine. April Ray Wallace Walker. Rebecca Kohler Weber.
Please join me in congratulating all of our master's degree graduates. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Clifford Coppersmith, the Dean of City College, who will present the candidates for certificates and degrees at City College.
Will the candidates for certificates of applied science and the degrees of Associate of Applied Science and Associate of Science please rise? Chancellor Nook, these candidates have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the certificates of applied science and the degrees of Associate of Applied Science or Associate of Science. On behalf of the faculty of City College, I present them to you as fully qualified to receive their degree.
Graduates, by the virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of Montana State University Billings, by the Board of Regents of Montana University System of Higher Education, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the Certificate of Applied Science and the degree of Associate Applied Science or Associate of Science, appropriate to your preparation with all rights, privileges, benefits, and responsibilities. Please come forward to receive your certificates and degree.
Chandel D. Claus. Colton Deitch. Jasmine Maria England. Lindsay Ann Kovaneski. Brittany May Whitcomb. Nathan Cole Allen. Joshua S. Anderson. Spencer Edward Bakich. Amy Lynn Baldwin. Trent J. Bowens, High Honors. William Brandon Bentley. Grant Ross Bonder. Russell Robert Bowker. Wilkie Will Bratton. Michael James Case. Ashley Ann Childers. Leanne Natasha Currington, honors. Joel Michael Dietrich. Christina Grace Espeland. Mark Anthony Farwell. Amanda June Ferguson. Charlie Rochelle Ford. Drew Kenyon Fastness. Edward Jackson Gable, high honors. Amber Marie Gardner. Brooke Megan Goodman. Sheridan J. Green. Julia F. Gutierrez. Sarah Louise Hagel. Teeler Wayne Halama. Colin Mitchell Harnish, honors. Weston Jensen, honors. Misty Marie Judson. Miles Russell Kelly. Will James Kolb, high honors. Trevor Shane Crook, honors. Josiah Daniel Laslafi, high honors. Vanessa G.J. Leader. Joseph Andrew Lother. Lindsay Marie McLaughlin. Darren Keith Miller. Zach David Moyers, high honors. Wyatt Canute Oberfell. Ellen Rose O'Donnell. James Robert Olson. Jesus Christopher Perez. Julie Ann Petrie. Tiffany Brooke Prongi. Beth Marie Reckfording. Parker Maxwell Robinson. Nancy Jean Russell, honors. Samuel Scott Rubin. Ashley Rose Scorpel, honors. Riker Tavis Stern. Dan Edward Turnsplenty. Kayla Nicole Warner, high honors. Kenyatta Tariq West. Patrick Glenn Wilcox. Michael R. Wilder. Lawrence Keith Willie. Tasha Ariane Williams. Heather Christine Wolf. Janet R. Zaccanini. Lorena Joy Baird. Carissa Bellis, high honors. Vicki Lynn Cutler, honors. Sheridan Beth Halverson. Sean Robert Lehman. Sierra Ann Lindy. Carly Alice May. Audrey Ray Mills. Alyssa Ray Pierce. Sarah Maria Ridgway. Shannon Teak Romaine. Becky K. Romero. Joshua Grayson Roney. Caitlin Lee Sunderland. Amanda May Sealer.
Congratulations to all of our graduates of City College. Well done.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Diane Doohan, the Dean of the College of Allied Health Professions, who will present the candidates for degrees in the College of Allied Health Professions.
Will the candidates for the degrees Associate of Arts or Bachelor of Applied Science or Bachelor of Science please rise? Chancellor Nook, these candidates have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the degrees Associate of Arts or Bachelor of Applied Science or Bachelor of Science. On behalf of the faculty of the College of Allied Health Professions, I present them to you as fully qualified to receive their degree.
Graduates, by the virtue of authority vested in me as Chancellor of Montana State University Billings, by the Board of Regents of Montana University System of Higher Education, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Applied Science, or Bachelor of Science, appropriate to your preparation with all rights, privileges, benefits, and responsibilities. Please come forward to receive your degrees.
Shannon Alicia Brypole. Cassandra D. Pendle, honors. Jasmine Rose Azur. Patricia J. Blank. Reba Faye Borden, cum laude. Tyler Eugene Bocher. Derek Andrew Budge. Michaela Elaine Bunker. Jessica Rosalind Campbell. Rachel Alexandria Candelera, cum laude. Maggie Scher. Anna Contreras, cum laude. Kyle Joseph Emmerich. Paige Nicole Evans. Stephanie Dawn Fitch. Selena Marie Gable. Lisa Sue Dergy. Blake Maria Guess. Jessica Lynn Honey. Angel Marie Hanser. Kayla Lynn Hopewell. Susan Renee Hoyt. Tanya Faye Kenyon. Arthur Stanley Kinchelo. Lisa Joe Knowlton. David E. Cobold. Jordan Diane LeClaire, magna cum laude. Nakisha Grace Lopez. Alexander Reed Luara. Athena Ray Martell. Alma Frances McCormick. Jenna Elizabeth Merton. Holly Dawn Merstel. Hannah Joy Nuri. Kelsey Lynn Oldham. Rusty James Ontiveros. Alana Marie Perrin. Brittany Lorraine Powers. Morgan Annette Riggs. Daniel Joe Roberts, cum laude. Haley Pauline Rowe. Allison Marie Saley, cum laude. Kyla Ray Schreiner. Brittany Ann Schwarzinger. Camille Diane Seed. Aaron Mitchell Hayes Seelig. Terry Sue Steinbrick, magna cum laude. Dylan Scott Sundheim. Shauna Michelle Tellis, magna cum laude. Amanda G. Tracy, cum laude. Emily Ann Urick. Tiffany Marie Wetzel. Catherine Marie Wilkes. Kendall Marie Williams, cum laude. Bailey K. Wilson. Amanda Lynn Zimmerman.
Please join me in congratulating all the graduates of the College of Allied Health Professions.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Christine Shearer, the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Shearer will present the candidates for degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the degrees Associate of Arts or Associate of Science or Bachelor of Applied Science or Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Fine Arts or Bachelor of Science please rise? Chancellor Nook, these candidates have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the degrees Associate of Arts or Associate of Science or Bachelor of Applied Science or Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Fine Arts or Bachelor of Science. On behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, I present them to you as fully qualified to receive their degree.
Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of Montana State University Billings, by the Board of Regents of Montana University System of Higher Education, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Associate of Arts or the Associate of Science, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, or Bachelor of Science, appropriate to your preparation with all rights, privileges, benefits, and responsibilities. Please come forward to receive your degrees.
Judith Peggy Aragon. Michael Andrew Owen Bayer. Carissa Lynn Dewey. Andrew W. Johnson, High Honors. Jessica L. Larson. Megan Nicole Mitchell. Rainiel Gamboa Santos, High Honors and Honors Scholar. Shaylee Rose Schneider. Kaya Lynn Anderson, cum laude. Serena Irene Anderson, cum laude. Corey Candace Angel. Jordan Simone Adet. Robert James Bear, magna cum laude. Daniel Lee Barnhart. Kirsten Marie Barnhart. Nathan Bradley Boder. Patricia Sue Bice. Dylan Dean Bray. Angela Renee Brown. Chandel Ray Buckaloo. Shelby Lynn Bunker. Frida Marzine Bustos. Samuel Peter Butterworth. Karen Joanne Calabrese, cum laude. Kendra Ray Keenan. Benjamin David Katnow. Cheeky Chan. Alicia Marie Cheney. Sonia Choriki. Carla Baker Coulter. Krachina Marie Crippen. Amber Nicole Deguez. Ryan Anthony Dahl. Danielle Dryden. Helen Jean Dutcher. James Ellis, and University's Honor Scholar. Alicia Sue Erfel. Ariana Marie Fishbaugh. Samantha Rochelle Finch, magna cum laude. Robin Christine Felseth. Luis Antonio Guano. George L. Garcia. Kristen Garcia. Thank you. Christy Lorraine Glossop. Chandler Nicole Grigsby. JC Beth Grimsrud. Hui Che Guan. Caitlin Ray Holland. Theodore Brian Hampton, magna cum laude and honor scholar. Susan Irene Hayes. Banner Bay Hecht. Lana May Hergenreiter. Amy Nicole Hill, magna cum laude. Aubrey Christine Honkoop, cum laude. Bethany Rose Honkoop, cum laude. Grace Messine Orman. Elizabeth Adele Howard. Emily Beth Kilsback. Ashley Dawn Clouda. That's BK. Bobby Lee Knutson, cum laude. Daniel Tyre Nost. Blair Lynette Cook, cum laude. Elizabeth Jerry Lay. James Patrick Lavenger. Giada Lazare. Cameron Mervyn Lee. Brianne Rose Lewis. Kaylee Lilleberg, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Loke. Bonnie Beth Leah Lumen, magna cum laude. Brittany Ray Malone. Robert Carter Mann IV. Gerard William Mannion. Shelby Lynn Martinell, magna cum laude. Alexandra Louise McBroom. Kristen Teresa McCall, magna cum laude. Kaylee Ann McConnell. Molly Anna McIntosh. Shannon Kate McKinney, cum laude. Catherine Margaret McRae. Kyle Mercille, miracle. Baudry Ulrich Matamo, magna cum laude. Caitlin Leora Meyer, magna cum laude. Joel William Miller, cum laude. Fallon Jolie Mount. Rebecca Dora Neiman. Thank you. Amanda Lou Nelson. Craig Thomas Nelsted, cum laude. Sarah Ann Newman. Caitlin Denise Nichols. Congrats. Anne Marie Nissen, cum laude. Virginia Ray Norris. Hannah Grace Olson. Caitlin Marie Page, cum laude. Kale Jordan Palmer. Adam James Ryder. Nilsa Knievel Raybear. Matt Rich. Rhea Marie Riedlinger, magna cum laude. Amanda Myra Rourke. Katie Marie Scharf. Emily Jean Scott, magna cum laude. Jeremy Earl Shimus. Alex D. Shin. Leanna Slight, magna cum laude. Andy Marie Sorensen. Tony Benjamin Solberg. Carissa Marie Sorensen, magna cum laude. Lexi Olivia Strong, cum laude. Joseph Mark Stuber. Anastasia Marie Swartout. Julissa Marie Talkington. Jason Lee Thomas. Megan Eileen Tompkins. Laura Ashley Twyford, cum laude. Marie G. Euchre, cum laude. James Gale Vetter, magna cum laude. Luke James Renfrey, cum laude. Olga Valenzuela. Allison Faye Watt. James Christopher Webster, cum laude. Haley Lynn White. Felina Faye Whiteman. Cassandra Elise Winter, cum laude. Eric R. Wolf, cum laude. Joseph Scott Wyatt. Louis Levi Yellowmule, cum laude. Thank you. Anna Nina Claypool, magna cum laude.
I better move here, turn around. Congratulations to all of the graduates of the College of Arts and Science. Well done.
It is my pleasure to present Dr. Barbara Wheeling, the Dean of the College of Business. She will present the candidates for the degrees in the College of Business.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business Administration please rise? Chancellor Nook, these candidates have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. On behalf of the faculty of the College of Business, I present them to you as fully qualified to receive their degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of Montana State University Billings, by the Board of Regents of the Montana University System of Higher Education, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, appropriate to your preparation with all rights, privileges, benefits, and responsibilities. Please come forward at this time to receive your degrees.
Daniel Lee Johnson. Omar Mohammed Alako. Abdul Agamid. Sultan Turki Alhabas. Tariq Abdulaziz Alhamdi. Mohammed Abdullah Alharbi. Tariq Alharbi. Saud Abdulaziz Alharbi. Khalid Ali Aljaran. Hassan Al-Johane. Salman Barak Al-Khaldi. Haidar Akhalifa. Abdulaziz Al-Yayawi. Brittany Rochelle Anderson. Derek Shane Anderson, cum laude and honors graduate. Albara Adel Ashur. Majad Ashore. Madeline Lee Ak. Brittany Marie Baumgarten. Kristen L. Becker. Michelle Ray Beebe, magna cum laude. Thank you. Alora Rhiannon Blue. Matthew Henry Brink. Aubrey Cheyenne Briscoe, magna cum laude. Jessica Renee Burnsmore. Daniel Eugene Calvert. Allison Joe Keiko. Bessie Sarah Crooked Arm. Aline Marie Crowder, cum laude. Chenille Alexis Courier, cum laude. Christian S. Olson. Congrats. Samantha Jolie Doan, magna cum laude. Kyle Nathan Duke. Bridget Sue Friedenberg, cum laude. Jennifer Garrett Hardman, cum laude. Cassandra Lorraine Hartnett. Kyle Reese Heineman. Colin Fitch Hans. Kylie Nicole Wold. Lori L. Kayleen. Trista Lynn Kelly. Christopher Aaron King, cum laude. Bailey Nicole Kunza Martin. Higan Ann Koster. Nicholas William Kozub. Larissa Nicole Lawrence, cum laude. Thomas James Leland. Alan Loomis. Bailey Christian Lund, cum laude. Nicholas Anthony McLean. Thank you, congrats. Molly Christine Marcus. Ashley Lorden Murrah. Kimberly Marie Martin. Way to go. Richard Daler McFate. Scott Allen McGough. Rachel Marie Kent McKinney. Elizabeth Kendra Means. Rayette Martin Meredith. Taylor Lynn Miller, cum laude. Amanda Eve Mitchell. Robert Stephen Morphew, Jr. Melissa Lynn Odefero. Thank you. Nicole Marie Peace. Greta Charlene Pollock, magna cum laude. Adam Daniel Rao. Cheyenne Jean Sheeler. Ashley Rose Schieffer, magna cum laude. Congrats. Andrew Michael Schmalz. Cambria Justine Shuck. Thank you. Hannah Marie Shepard. Karin Idafe Sekink. Love it. Michael Spencer. Lena Marie Sutton, cum laude. Alyssa Nicole Tieber. Rebecca Erin Tucker. Megan Voss. Jeff Edward Weber. Jace Christopher Whitcomb. Michaela Farrer Whitcomb. Jennifer Elizabeth Zelniak. Chi Ha Zhong.
Congratulations to all of our graduates of the College of Business.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mary Susan Fishbaugh, the Dean of the College of Education, who will present the candidates for the degrees in the College of Education.
Will the candidates for the degrees Associate of Arts or Bachelor of Science in Education please stand? Chancellor Nook, these candidates have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the degrees Associate of Arts or Bachelor of Science in Education. On behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, I present them to you as fully qualified to receive their degree.
Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of Montana State University Billings, by the Board of Regents of Montana University's System of Higher Education, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Associate of Arts or Bachelor of Science in Education, appropriate to your preparation, with all rights, privileges, benefits, and responsibilities. Please come forward to receive your degree.
Bradley Adam Frankie. Jill Holly Bainter. Cameron Cole Barber. Brad Stephen Bell. Melissa Ann Blanton. Karen Marie Brock, cum laude. Morgan Gail Brumfield. Molly Bridget Colleen Cardi, summa cum laude. Victoria Alyssa Cloud, magna cum laude. Jessica K. Cochran. Sarah Lynn Conklin. Mary Catherine Conwell, magna cum laude. Michelle Hazel Crazy. Cassandra K. Darlington. Sunny Ray Dixon. Tara Lynn Donovan. Alyssa June Elm, cum laude. Audrey Rose Flanagan, cum laude. Rochelle K. Gallagher. Congrats. Ariel Rebecca Grossfield. Jasmine Kelly Haggerty, magna cum laude and honor scholar. Caitlin Dawn Halter, magna cum laude. Zoe Brooke Hanley. Craig Allen Hansen. Ann Caitlin Harper. Casey Taylor Harem, magna cum laude. Charity Lynn Hunt, magna cum laude. Angelica Renee Johnson. Melinda Ann Jones. Kelsey Marie Kessner. Caitlin Nicole Clisby, cum laude. Maddie Jean Kopsinski. Kayla Ann Leo. Kelsey Marie Lilleberg, cum laude. Brandy Lee Mashawaru. Sheena Nicole Malau. Janelle Joe Michel, cum laude. Jamesia Marie Morin. Kyla Michael Newman. Tiffany Nicole Newfield, magna cum laude. Stephen Andrew Carver O'Neill, cum laude. Emily Paige Osborne, cum laude. Lindsay Marie Ostermiller. Allie Michelle Pace. Carla Ray Penny. Raven Shadow Panis. Elisa Nicole Rao. Sky Marie Rawhorst, cum laude. Austin Paul Schilling, cum laude. Shannon Joe Seelig. Kayla Dawn Shandy, cum laude. Magna cum laude. Miranda Renee Somerville. Katie Joe Stephenson, cum laude. Shalia Ray Tatsi. Thank you. Erin Celeste Teason, cum laude. Julie Ann Thompson. Denise Marcel Vanek, cum laude. Jenny Renee Warner, cum laude. Morgan Weber. Colin Gerard Welsh. Nicole Faye Yurt. Thank you. Susan Irene Hayes.
Congratulations to all of our graduates of the College of Education. Master's degree students, you please stay seated. Would everyone that received an associate's degree or a baccalaureate degree please rise? At this time, as a symbol of earning the degree, you may now flip your tassel to the left side of your hat. Congratulations. Thank you. You may be seated. In closing, graduates, the purpose of higher education is really to positively impact society through you, our graduates, and our faculty and staff. It's what you do when you leave here that's most important to us. It is our job to educate you, help you reach your educational goals, and help you on your path to your professional goals. But as I mentioned earlier, it's more important to us to help you reach your personal life goals. As you leave this place and move into the world, the way that you interact as an employee or an employer, and the way you interact with your family and friends, and the way that you commit to your communities will say more about us and more about you than the degree that you now hold. As one of our alums said as he crossed this stage a couple of years ago, just before I got here, he said, "It's not about getting a degree, it's about going out and changing the world." So, go out and change the world. Thank you. I ask everyone at this time to please rise for the singing of the alma mater, which is printed in your program, and remain standing through the recessional. The alma mater will be performed by the Montana State University Billings Symphonic Band under the direction of Dr. Mark Fenderson, Assistant Professor, and sung by the Montana State University Billings Chorus, directed by Mr. Doug Nagel, Assistant Professor.
Where the Yellowstone meets the rim rocks, under heaven's arching blue, raise our song to MSU alma mater, here's to you. When our youth, bright shining, shining, when life's clouds are small and few, Montana State in Billings, alma mater, here's to you. As the years